Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings for Heart. So we're going to do your, we are going to do your week ahead reading, and this is from the 18th to the 24th of April 2019. All right, we are using for your reading. Oh, and by the way, next door to this reading is your month ahead for April. So you've got two readings. You've got your week ahead. I've decided to carry on doing the weekly readings. I really love doing these for the week and just sort of giving those hopefully positive vibes out there. But also you've got your month ahead. I'm not going to give these, but there'll only be 1 month ahead now, and perhaps a bonus reading during the month. Okay. But you've got a month ahead coming up for April as well, which should be sitting right next door to this reading, and that is your general and your love reading for the month, okay? So we are using for your weekly reading the 18th to the 24th. I'm using my Next World Tarot, actually, as the advice for what you need to focus on for the week, okay? Love this Next World Tarot by Christy C. Rode. I remembered not liking it that much at all, but now I really like it. And we are using also the Druid Craft tarot deck as well from Philip and Stephanie Cargom. Love this for the main body of the reading. We are also going to be using, just for any additional information for the week, our Rider-Waite, Trusty Rider-Waite tarot, and also finally the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, just 3 cards to show what advice they have for the week for you, okay? All right, so there's plenty for everyone in there, okay? So let's have a look. Let's get our Next World Tarot cards up and let's have a look. Universe, what is the advice? What is it that Virgo needs to be focusing on over the next 7 days? What does Virgo need to be focusing on between the 18th and the 24th of March? What is it that Virgo needs to focus on between the 18th and the 24th of March? Show me. All right, so you need to focus on, interesting. I thought, oh, okay, that's cool. 7 of Wands. I thought it was the 10 of Swords that came with it then. Okay. This is all about taking a stand. All right, is the 7 of Wands. You need to, even on this particular deck, even though on this particular deck, Virgo, it doesn't show kind of, you know, usually on the 7 of Wands, what you'd find, especially on the Rider-Waite deck, is somebody who's holding a wand like that against 6 wands that are trying to kind of attack him. But on this deck, you know, and it's called Courage as well, all right? It's called Courage, all right? And, you know, this is one of my most favourite cards in the tarot because it does mean courage. It means that when you are backed up against the wall, you're not going to kind of run away and you're not going to fall. You're going to stand and you're going to fight. So this is a card about fighting against the status quo, fighting against people who may have issues with us, people who might be enemies, people who might want to take us down, people who might want to wag the finger and judge us, that type of thing with the 7 of Wands energy. It's about courage, yes. So it's all about, for the week, focus needs to be on being courageous in the face of maybe adversity. There might be some adversity that some of you guys are facing in the next 7 days. I'm not saying it's going to be a huge deal. It's probably not. But when you are, you know, life is life. Simple as that. Life is life. And you just have to roll with the punches. Some things are good, some things are not so good. It's the way that things roll. It's the way that life is. But really with the 7 of Wands, it's saying you got to rise above shit, you know. So the focus for the week needs to be on taking a stand with the 7 of Wands energy. You know, having that courage to face down any type of adversity or any type of difficulty. It doesn't matter what it is that might come in. I'm not saying it's going to, but it's all about having courage during the week. Also with the 7 of Wands, it's a case of just rising above things. There might be things that are minor, but I think that for the week you need to focus on just rising above things, because it might be some of you guys feel the need when you are facing a difficult situation sometimes is to go in there and kind of attack it. But the 7 of Wands isn't literally about being on the attack. It's about defending yourself. That's what the 7 of Wands is. So I feel that the focus for the week, for the next 7 days, 18th to the 24th of March 2019, Virgo, needs to be on courage. You need to focus on your own inner and outer courage. And you need to learn how to kind of just rise above shit if you can. Let's have a look at what the situation is. Let's have a look at what the past situation of this is. Because this is definitely about taking a stand. And it's also about making a point as well. Because it's a protest. 7 of Wands is all about making, you know, it's all about a protest. If you look here. Now, the police officers are behind her and they can't move in because she's just sitting there. So this is a silent protest. She's like, I'm not, you know, I'm not doing this. I'm not moving. She's like, we will overcome. She's that kind of thing. She's that kind of energy, Virgo, you know. This is all about silent pro. So this is all about making your point, getting your point across as well with the Seven of Wands energy. And you need to focus on, for some of you guys this week, getting that point across with the Seven of Wands energy showing there. Because in the past, some of you guys have faced, you know, the Three of Coins. So the Three of Coins is about your work. But you have faced being watched, or your work being under review, or the things that you've been kind of working on, they've been under review. Other people have been making their judgments. And in a way, the Three of Coins is all about making judgments, because if people are watching you work, they're making a judgment on your work. So some of you guys might have experienced judgments being made in terms of your work with the Three of Coins energy showing here. And you've got the Queen of Cups energy showing here. So I feel that in the past, there has been a judgment made on some of your work. But I think that this judgment that has been made has been a way to guide you. Because the Queen of Cups, she's got guidance. She's got the moon in her hand. And when you've got the moon in your hands, it's guiding you. It's the guiding light. It's the moon at night. If you're walking home in the dark night and the moon comes up, it's guiding you. You can see clearly because of the moon. So I feel that you have been guided, some of you guys. I think that in the past, there has been a review of your work here, but it could have been from a Queen of Cups, somebody who cares, somebody who's trying to kind of help or support you. It might be in the past that you've had a review of your work as a way for someone to guide you to, because somebody's shining a light on your work here. You can see here the Queen of Cups has the light that's shining right in front of her face, and that light, it's almost like, it reminds me of the Hermit. The light is being shone on your work. So it might be, if we take the Queen of Cups out of the equation, that the light has been shone on the work. There's been a review here, and maybe the light that's been shone, it's showing up certain areas that you need to work on. So I get in the past that there has been a need to reassess or reevaluate the things that you do, perhaps even for yourself, or this might be whereby you have kind of come to know, or there's been a sense of self-awareness concerning the work that you've been putting in. Maybe there's something here, Virgo, that says, well, you've been putting in a lot of work and effort. There's people who have been watching what you've been doing, and maybe because they've been watching what you've been doing, Virgo, they're shining a light on what you could perhaps make better within the work that you do. Well, the Knight of Coins energy. So there's kind of like a reflection here. There's kind of like a light being shone on how you can build on this. How can you develop it? Knight of Coins is development and building, and that's actually you, Virgo. You're the Knight of Coins because that's your zodiac sign. So I do feel in the past that people have been watching what you do. There's been a review of the work that you've been doing for some of you guys, and I feel that this review has brought to light with this Queen of Cups energy what you can do better, how you can build, how you can make things better, how you can improve. Because Knight of Coins is all about building, making things better, and improving situation. He's always looking to improve his condition. So I feel a lot has been shone on your work, okay, in terms of how you can make things better and how you can improve for some of you guys, okay? And I feel that, you know, right now for some of you Virgos, in the next 7 days, before the next 7 days, but right now you're kind of, for some of you guys, you're in a place where you're kind of saying, you know, Seven of Swords. So I need to put a new plan into action. I need to start strategizing here, because I think that you have been told, this could be in a working situation for some of you Virgos, but you have been told, you said, look, people have said, look, you're doing a really good job, but I'm kind of looking at certain areas that need to have that improvement, because the Queen of Cups, if you look at her with her light, and you look at all the work that you're putting in there, Virgo, and this light is being shone on the areas that you need to kind of make those improvements on. You guys have gone back to the drawing board, I think, with this Seven of Swords energy, and you've started to kind of rewrite the rules, and you've started to put this new, you know, plan of action and this new strategy into place with the Seven of Swords, which is what the Seven of Swords does. These cards have many meanings, so Seven of Swords isn't always about deception at all. Some people that keep getting that card up, they never read deception, they read planning and foresight. You know, and some of you guys right now, you're in that planning stage. That came out here. Six of Cups energy showing here. So you've been planning and strategizing. There's something to do with the past, or there's something to do with, you can see this woman here, she's got a glass of wine or a glass of drink, and she's looking at the children. So she's looking at the door, and she's looking, can you see her face, how she's reminiscing? I think that you guys have been planning and making some plans, and you've been strategizing, but I get the impression that around this energy, Virgo, that what you guys are doing right now is that you're kind of, I would say with that Six of Cups, reminiscing, and you're reminiscing on a time where things were calmer. with this King of Cups energy. You're reminiscing on a time of when things were easier. Do you see what I mean? When you weren't being kind of challenged. Because the King of Cups isn't challenged. Things are calm in the King of Cups world. You know, life is good. He reminds me of Thanos, when Thanos destroys the world in the Avengers. You know, the last Avengers movie that was out last year, when Thanos finally succeeded in his plan, and he sat down and he kind of took a breath, and he was like, you know, I think he said in one of the places in that film, you know, once he's eradicated mankind, or half of mankind, he can sit down and look at a grateful universe, like he's done the universe a favour, you know. And it's almost like he reminds me of that. He reminds me of somebody who's sitting down and looking across at the universe and saying, yeah, I'm where I should be. I feel at a place of calm, emotional contentment and calmness. And I feel that you guys are reminiscing about a time when you felt like that, because suddenly things have become a little bit harder with the Seven of Swords, because there's a review here that some of you guys have been under, and underneath this review, things have been brought to light with the Queen of Cups energy. And what's been brought to light is that you need to start improving. There's more that you can do with the Knight of Coins energy, you being the Knight of Coins. You can go much further. You can improve much further for some of you guys, Virgo. But, you know, there you are at night or at your desk, and you're sitting down saying, right, oh God, right, how do I do this? How do I do this new plan? How do I, you know, write this new book? How do I, you know, rewrite the rules that I already wrote, because somebody's telling me to tear everything up that I've kind of worked for, and now they're telling me to go back and do it all over again. And there you guys are, probably at night, kind of reminiscing about a time when things were easier, when you didn't have all of these challenges. Because the King of Cups, unless he's reversed, he's not a particularly challenged person. He's all kind of peace and love and hippie shit. You know, this is a time when you felt better about life, Virgo, and you thought, yeah, this was easier. I'm reminiscing about a time when things just felt better, and they felt just a lot more easier. Now, you need to focus on the Seven of Wands. And I think this Seven of Wands, where this comes in with the story, this isn't about rising above people who are attacking you, because I don't think anybody's attacking you. I think people are trying to help you. The Queen of Cups is always going to be a helpful energy within the tarot, because she's kind, and she's thoughtful, and she's nurturing. And all she's trying to do is shed a light on the work that you're doing. People are already looking at what you do. But here she is, through that review, this person is shining a light on the work, and they're saying, these are the improvements with the Knight of Coins. Remember, the Knight of Coins is always building and improving. So this person is saying, look, we've looked at your work, it's good, but these are the areas that we think that you can improve on. And you're like, fuck, man, I've got to go back to the drawing board. Shit, I've got to rewrite the rules. I've got to rewrite the rules that I wrote before. Oh man, shit, life was so much better when things were easier, when I wasn't being challenged, when I could look at a grateful universe, you know, when people were grateful for what I was doing, and I hardly had to make any effort. Everything was just like this. But this is where the focus needs to be. This is why you need to focus on the Seven of Wands, because you need to focus on rising above that. Because remember the tarot, you adapt the card to whatever the reading is. So now we say that you're not being punished. Okay, you need to rise above shit this week, all right? And when we talk about you rising above things between the 18th and the 24th, Virgo, all this is simply saying is that you're starting to get a little bit irritated, I think, for some of you guys. I think that right now you're feeling a little bit irritated because you've been told that you need to kind of get your shit together. Not get your shit together, because I already think you got your shit together. What I'm saying is that you're being told, or you're being advised, that there could be improvements that you need to make. You know, and some of you guys are like, but oh man, I have to make improvements with the Seven of Swords. I've got to sit at night and I've got to write this down and that down. Oh man, how am I going to make improvements in this? Oh man, I remember the time. Oh, I remember the time when things were so much easier. I could look at a grateful universe and just feel good. Everybody was grateful for what I did, and now they're telling me I've got to change shit up. But the week is saying you got to just rise above this. But this is about rising above your own ego. All right? It's rising because the Mars is in Leo here. This is the ego shit that you're doing here. You got to rise above your own ego, all right? Because some of you guys, I'm not being rude, Virgo, some of you guys do have an ego. Some of you guys don't like the fact that you've been challenged or called out on something. Some of you guys actually feel like, you know, and some of you guys, you know, the Seven of Wands on this particular deck is talking about a peaceful protest. It's talking about having the courage. But you can have courage in anything. Remember, she hasn't got wands. She's not got like these things of attack. She's got candles. So this is all about sitting down in peace. You know, this is all about kind of rising above this shit and not feeling that you're like under attack. So I don't believe that some of you guys are under attack here. I believe that you're being helped to be the best version that you can be in this scenario. What is it that Virgos need to do then going forward on this situation during the week? What do they need to do going forward concerning this situation? The first thing the universe is saying is that you need to, the Knight of Swords, you need to just go out there and you need to kind of, you know, get yourself motivated. You need to allow this advice to motivate you, because that's what the Knight of Swords is. All right, you need to motivate yourself. That's what the Knight of Swords is doing, okay? You need to motivate yourself. You need to give yourself, you know, a kick up the ass with that Knight of Swords energy, Virgo. All right, you need, because the Knight of Swords is pure action. He's pure air. So he just thrives. He thrives as ideas. He's not the wand. He's not kind of thriving off the desire and the passion, you know, but he's thriving off the thought. He's thriving off the speech. He's pure action. He's pure air. So he's just going to go. Once the idea is lodged there, that's when he just goes. That's it. So you need to focus on just allowing this to motivate you with that Knight of Swords energy, because Knight of Swords is pure motivation, right? And it's positive motivation. It's making decisions in a positive way, okay? So you need to focus on letting this advice that you receive motivate you, all right? Motivate you to achieve your best with the world energy. You need to allow this to motivate you with the Knight of Swords to achieve your best with the world energy, all right? You need to allow this to motivate you to learn more as well, because the world is all about learning a lesson. But the world card is all about achieving the best that you possibly can. You need to allow it to do that for you, Virgo, over the next 7 days, okay? Okay, the Six of Coins is all about give and take. And this could be saying, because this is a gift. You need to allow this to motivate you to achieve your best, because it's a gift. You're being given a gift. And the gift that you're being given is the gift of somebody telling you that we believe in you. You're good at what you do, Virgo, but you could be better. You could be greater still. All right? And what that tends to happen is that within our little sort of egotistical mind, we tend to say, who is this person to tell me that? I'm already really good. There are no faults with the work that I do. I'm precise, I'm focused, which is what the Three of Coins is. I'm dedicated, which is what the Three of Coins is. But there are people that are watching your work, all right? And because your work is being reviewed for some of you guys, it will show up with the Queen of Cups energy, showing the light here. It's going to show up all sorts of things. And you will therefore be advised in the nicest way that there are certain improvements with the Knight of Coins that you need to make. And that's you, the Knight of Coins. You will be advised that you need to either go more slower with something, or you need to kind of build on something. You need to remember the Knight of Coins is all about education as well, learning. So you might be advised with the Queen of Cups energy that you need to learn more. Maybe you need to go on a further course. Maybe you need to go, you know, and learn something more about the job that you're doing, because maybe you've made some errors somewhere along the line. Maybe you need to make certain tweaks and improvements in a project that you've already done. But you're being given this advice because somebody wants to see you do the best job that you can. Now, some of you guys right now are saying, shit, I've got to go back and rewrite everything. I've got to go back and plan a new strategy. Oh, wasn't life so wonderful when I looked out on a grateful universe, i.e. my colleagues, my peers, my bosses, the grateful universe that said, yeah, we like what you do. Wasn't life so great then? Look at her face. She's looking wistfully. She's looking wistfully at the past. The King of Cups is to be grateful, is to be calm, is to be happy, is to be content. You're looking at a time when you were more content. But, you know, there's something to be said about this, because sometimes in life, if we're not pushed to do things, to do better within our lives, we become stagnant and we just carry on doing things the same way that we've always done them. And we're not learning things, Virgo. We're not learning how to improve ourselves. We're not learning how to become better at what we do, you know. And some of you guys, it's a week for learning that at the end of the day, if somebody's giving you advice and they're saying to you, you could do this in a better way, they're trying to give you some really important advice because they want to see you advance and they want to see you grow. So to not listen to that advice or to get the hump about the advice is saying, well, I don't want to grow, you know. And therefore the advice is you need to allow this to motivate you, the Knight of Swords energy, to achieve with the world energy your best. Because this is a gift that you are being given here. You're being given the gift of advice, the gift of growth, the gift of advancement. This is going to help you move forward. So therefore, what you need to focus on is rising above your ego, okay, over the next 7 days. Okay, you need to rise above that because this is pure ego. 7 of Wands is ego anyway, because 7 of Wands, the guy with the 7th wand is saying, yeah, I'm all that. He comes after the 6. He's like, finally, yeah, yield to me, everyone, yield. Because sometimes the 7 of Wands shows the 6 wands, everybody's like this, but sometimes not everybody's doing this to you. Sometimes when you get the 7 of Wands, people are desiring you. So when you've got the 7 of Wands, sometimes you become the king. You know, you become the object of somebody or everybody's desires. Remember, in the 6 of Wands, you've got your followers. Now, you become literally the king with the 7. And some of you guys are going to have to sit your ass down and kind of like say, well, okay, I need to rise above my ego, yeah. Everybody did like my work, but now I'm kind of being told that I need to do something. You know, sometimes it's great to be told, well, you're great, you're good, but you could be better, you know. So this is a week for rising above your ego and understanding that, yeah, there are going to be times when we are told that we're going to have to kind of make improvements. Even if you're really good at something, there is always room for improvement, okay? I think I might call the video that, room for improvement, always room for improvement. All right, let's have a look at any other energies coming in for you this week, Virgo. Any other energies coming in for Virgo? In 5 cards, what else do you want them to be aware of this week in 5 cards? In 5 cards, what else do you want Virgo to be aware of between the 18th and the 24th of March in 5 cards? Right, the Wheel of Fortune. So there could be some fortune, a change of luck, something for the better coming in with the Wheel of Fortune energy show. Yeah, and you've got the 9 of Cups. That's amazing. Lovely energy. Something you've always wished for coming to fruition for you guys. You've got the luck of the Wheel of Fortune showing here. Okay, so there's some luck coming. 9 of Cups is something you've always wished for, wishes being fulfilled. Something amazing could be happening for some of you guys over the next 7 days. Something that you've wanted, something coming in. It could be a lottery win. I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm just saying it's a general reading, so it doesn't always happen for everyone. But there's something really good. This could be the Wheel of Fortune and 9 of Cups can be anything. But it's anything that you really want. It's anything that you've really wished for, you know. So it could be if you play the lottery, maybe you'll win something on the lottery this week. For some of you guys, it might be, you know, you get that check through the post that you've been waiting for with the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups. For some of you guys, if you run a business and it's not been doing well, it might be that you've got a change for the better happening this week. You know, it's really good energy show. Oh, wow, Chariot. Moving forward with the Chariot energy, okay? Some of you guys might be travelling to a party this week. All right, you've got the 9 of Cups and that Chariot. Chariot is travelling, and this can be a party or a party venue. So some of you guys might be travelling for a night out or something like that this week. But also I'm seeing overcoming adversity and achieving success. Really, really nice energies. Some of you guys, though, might have a cancelled trip. Queen of Swords in front of another card tells you there's a cancellation coming. So some of you guys, it might be that you're even happy to cancel a trip this week. Maybe you've thought about doing something better with the Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. Some of you guys are focusing on communicating with someone you've probably not communicated with in the world for a long time. Because when the Queen of Swords faces a card, she wants what's there. She wants to communicate with someone. So some of you guys are probably reaching out to somebody you haven't seen in a while, or maybe somebody's reaching out to you. It could be a Libra individual this week that's reaching out to some of you guys, somebody that you've not, you know, seen or spoken to in a long time. I think, is Virgo the world energy? I'm trying to think of what I know the Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. Okay, some of you guys might be finding happiness with the Sagittarian, the Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. Happy to move forward with that individual potentially. Okay. Some of you guys are welcoming a big achievement this week as well. Queen of Swords looking in front of a card with her hand out. She's welcoming something in. Some of you guys are welcoming in a big achievement. For some of you guys, it could be a child, the birth of a child, a pregnancy, that type of thing. Really, really nice energy as well. Some of you guys are travelling to see a Queen of Swords. Okay, you're travelling to see a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini individual. This could be a friend or somebody you cut off a long time ago. Some of you guys might be travelling to see an ex, for example. Queen of Swords often talks about an ex, possibly to wrap something up with the world energy. So you might be travelling to see an ex, especially if you're divorced, to wrap up some matters here. Okay. Okay, let's have a quick look finally at what the advice is through the tea leaf cards. Universe Group, what is the advice that you have for the week in 3 cards for Virgo. Week commencing the 18th to the 24th of March 2019. What is the advice that you have for Virgo for the week in 3 cards? Okay, so you've got psychic ability. You need to trust your intuition this week, Virgo. Okay, what's the next card showing up here? Lily, spiritual love. Okay, so yeah, it could be some spiritual love, especially if you are getting involved with someone through these cards this week. Okay, and finally, what's the next card, Virgo? Bread, period of prosperity and abundance. That's your Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups. Period of prosperity and abundance. 9 of Cups is a prosperity and abundance with that Wheel of Fortune as well. All right, this is really good energy for you guys next week, okay? So trust your intuition, psychic ability this week. Could be going through a time of spiritual love, whether it's with a family member or a lover, for example, or a child, whoever it is. And also, for you guys, you're going through a period of prosperity and abundance for some of you guys in the next 7 days. Absolutely phenomenal reading, okay? I try and just make sure that everybody gets something, okay, through the card. So if the first reading doesn't pertain to some of you guys, you can just look at the second one and say, okay, yeah, maybe that will happen, that type of thing for the week. All right, then. That's your reading, guys. Remember, if you'd like a private reading with me, you just need to click on the eye icon above, okay? Just click on that and you go straight through to my website. Take care. Bye-bye.